Everybody, so just wanted to kind of go over some of the basic things you're going to need. I'm in between coats waiting for it to dry right now, so you're going to see some of the stuff is already open and used, but I figured I'd start here, that way you know kind of what you're getting into in terms of supplies. So first things first, you're going to need the basics for the paint kit. So they're going to give you the hardener, and they're going to give you 4 bottles, and the gun you're going to see over there. After the sanding is done, I went to the self-etching primer. Actually, I should back that up. After the sanding is done, I first clean it off with the TSP, and then I use some acetone with the clean rag on top. And then after that, once everything was dry, went to the self-etching primer from there. This is for any bare spots if you got through the clear coat. I want a little bit extra with the self-etching primer, so if it went to the base coat, I used it there too, not just to the bare metal. So I had it in a few more places than usual. And the kit calls for between 80 and 180 grit sandpaper, so I have a lot of these discarded 3M that I used by hand. Also, sorry, my garage is a mess. We're doing a remodel inside, but I use this surface conditioning tool from Harbor Freight. So it's got this 4-inch drum on the top, and it's a beast. It's a big one, and I ended up going with 240 grit for the drum on that. Again, sorry, everything's such a mess in here, but basically that got through the paint pretty quickly, so I didn't want to go to the stripping. All right, everyone, so first up here, any of these little plastic pieces we're going to want to take off before we sand so we don't ruin them. So little bed drain plugs here. Just using a flathead to get up underneath. And then we'll get this guy popped right out. And there's a second one up here. Same idea. Should pop right out. And then depending on your model, I've got to take these out because I don't have the LED bed lights, but you might, so you probably just want to protect those otherwise. And that is all the plastic that I can see inside of my bed. I do have these rails. I'm going to leave these so I don't have to worry about that. I just try not to scuff them up as I'm going through. But process from here, I'm starting off with 240. I might change it. I know the kit says to do between 80 and 180, but this thing is pretty powerful, and I don't want to have to prime the entire bed. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a lighter sandpaper, and then if I have to get more aggressive, I'll get more aggressive from there. So from here, just going to put on the time lapse, and hopefully a satisfying video for you. All right, so yesterday did most of the sanding. It took about 3 hours actually, and the time lapse made it in 27 seconds. So that was kind of funny to me. But went through here this morning, looked for any of the spots that still had that nice shiny clear coat on them, and was able to scuff them up. I did notice right kind of where this panel's riveted in at the end of the bed, there was some rust. And you know, I think not having the bedliner there, that'll do that, but I really took it down to the bare metal in a few spots for that. So next step of the process here, we are going to wash this out, and we're going to use some of like the cleaning supplies. I'm not a painting expert, but I'll show you them. And then acetone, and then after that we'll use some of the self-etching primer. So that's the next step.